Hi Flosstube. Welcome to the Sun City Stitchers channel. I'm Carlene.
And I'm Marlene, and this is Flosstube number 80.
We want to welcome you all to our channel. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much. We appreciate you stopping by and visiting with us for a little while. Today is Friday, and it is April the 12th. So it's been about 2 weeks since we did our last Flosstube. And we just thought it was going to be a good time to touch base with you all.
And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for stopping back and seeing what's new with us.
We love hearing from you. Some of you we hear from just about every time we do a video. And it's so nice to just kind of feel like we've made a connection. So it's been really great. So we thank you all. We had lots of comments this last video and we appreciate it. We love reading everything that you all have to say. And thank you all for your suggestions for where I might find a finishing piece for my chubby bunny, Jeanette Douglas chubby. There were a number of people. We looked today, but I have a specific thing that I have in mind, and
you have a vision for it.
Yes, I do, and I'm not finding it. So I appreciate your suggestions. That's always helpful.
We'll keep looking.
We're gonna have.
She'll
to
find
keep
it eventually. But
So we have some things to share with you today. So
let's start with our giveaway winner from last time.
Oh, okay. We did the last time for a giveaway, and remember, the only requirement Marlene and I have is that you leave us a comment, and that gets you entered in the drawing. And last time we said that our giveaway would be a $10 gift certificate to 123 Stitch. So we are very happy to announce our winner.
And that is Debbie Haupt, Haupt 5948. So if that is you,
so
send
Debbie,
us an email.
Send our email contact will be in the description box below. So if you send us an email, we will need your just the email. Just send us an email so that we have your email address, and then Marlene will send the gift certificate. She will get it all set up because she's done it before and knows how to do it. So it will come to you in an email. So Debbie, again, it's Debbie, DEBI, and then HAUPT 9548. So congratulations, Debbie. We are going to do another giveaway today, so stay tuned for that. And any other updates since the last time?
No.
We hope you all had a nice Easter.
Yes.
It was a really pretty morning.
Yeah.
But the afternoon was not nice here. It was very dusty and blustery, and so not at all nice.
No, it was very, and we've had several days like that.
And you've had really light tutoring.
Yes, very light tutoring.
You can tell it's spring, and there's lots of things going on.
Yeah, just.
And you started with a new student, right?
Yes, I got a new student this week. So and she's only been a couple of times. She's from Maryland.
And she's in fourth grade. A fourth grader.
She's a fourth grader.
And she's going to be getting some services from Marlene to help with some dyslexic tendencies. Yes, so Marlene's going to be using a special program with her to try to kind of fill in some gaps. So that was kind of exciting.
Yeah,
so that was good.
Yes, I know. And so now I'll be back up to 10 when my little girl comes back from her overseas trip. I'll be back up to 10. So
well,
that'll be good.
I haven't really had anything here. Charlie has had track meets. He did just district track meet last week. So it started on Tuesday and it was every single day. So he got home late every single day last week. Poor thing, he was tired. Today he is at the area meet, and fingers crossed he's going to have at least a couple of students qualify so that he will get to go to regionals, which is in Lubbock, and he likes to make that trip. So I'm hoping that he will be able to make that trip with some of his athletes. My little garden is growing nicely.
Yes, it is. It's
I did I did pick lettuce. I used lettuce this week. I need to pick some because I need to harvest all of it right now before it gets bitter and whatever.
Yeah.
And I used some green onions in a casserole that I made. And so my tomatoes are already starting to bloom.
Oh, wow.
So I'm hoping I'll get some tomatoes the beginning of the summer, and then they kind of, when it gets so hot, they kind of go dormant.
Yeah.
And then I'll get them again in the fall when the temperatures cool down.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed that will work out. So
good.
yes, I'm excited. Today is another windy day, so they're
Yes.
getting kind of whipped around again. So
Yeah.
now I need to start thinking about flowers to plant.
Oh, yes.
So we have that.
Yes. So, okay, and then we are going to do an announcement about camp.
Oh, our Camp Stitchmore that is hosted by nlwahler, the designer of Faithwurks, is getting ready to do like more of an official camp registration. She has had a good response. She has some spots still available, and the first deposit to hold your spot will be coming up this coming week. By April the 20th, she wanted to have deposits put down. So again, Camp Stitchmore is going to be here in El Paso. She always has it the last weekend.
Radisson.
Yes, she has it the last weekend in October. It is going to be at the Radisson, which is right close to the airport. There's a shuttle that runs from the airport to the Radisson. And then there's all kinds of nearby restaurants that for meals. The camp registration will include breakfast every morning, and it comes with your hotel. You have to make your hotel reservation. And then I believe she's having one meal that's going to be a group meal. So. And so we hope that some of you are planning to come. We'd love for you to come. And we do have, Nancy has invited 2 guest designers. They're both designers from Italy, Manny Di Donna and Rami Creates. So we are looking forward to that. The camp projects will be their designs. And then
So
Nancy
really
is going to be having a boutique, of course. So she's going to have trunk shows. I know she's going to have some of those trunk shows will include fabric
designers.
Fabric dyers.
Fabric dyers.
I know. I know of 2. Not who they are, just that she said 2, and that's what she has right now. So that may change as time goes on too. But anyway, we really hope. We feel like it's very reasonably priced for what you get. And so we hope that you'll consider that and just reach out to her. I will put her contact information in the description box as well, so that if you are interested, you can shoot an email to her and she will respond right away and give you any particulars that you need to know.
Yes.
So we're excited already, and I know it's going to be fabulous.
Yes.
What's next?
Okay, now we're going to share about our stats.
Oh,
okay?
yes, because
we're gonna
the
show
last time when we did a video, it was not the end of March yet.
Yeah, it wasn't the end
of
March.
So we had not quite finished everything.
Right.
So let's talk about that.
Yes, so for March, we're going to do our March stats first, and then we'll tell you our yearly stats, year-to-date stats, okay?
Since it's the first quarter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Carlene, how many new starts did you have in March?
I had 5.
Okay.
5 new starts in March.
I had 3 new starts. Okay. And how about finishes?
I had 5 finishes.
And I had 4 finishes. Okay.
Yay.
And then for the year from January till the end of March, how many new starts have you had?
I've had 24 new starts. 8 a month. But it hasn't been even. I did a whole bunch of new starts in February.
Yeah. I've only had 11 new starts. And then she always wonders why she has more whips than I do. It's like, what?
I wonder why that is.
But she also has way more finishes than I do.
Yes. So far, year to date, I have finished 25 projects.
And I've only finished 14. So
So it's coming along.
Yes.
I'm doing a nice job though of many of my new starts have been small that I've already finished. And so, and then I've gotten some off of my whip list that we carried over. I think I had 63 that I carried over into the new year.
Right.
And so I've gotten a number off that list because I've finished them too. So that's a good thing. Okay. So those are our stats.
Okay. Then we were going to show some previous finishes.
Okay.
What did you decide to do?
My
Oh yeah, your pillow. I forgot to write it down.
Cricut collection. This was a Cricut collection pillow, and I believe this is still available. I think I've seen it on 1-2-3 Stitch. I changed all the fibers. So all of my bunnies are done with whispers so that they're fuzzy. And then I used some
And you did it on big count fabric.
I did.
Right?
I did it on a bigger count fabric.
10
I think
count?
it's a 10 count.
Yeah.
So I love this. It's so springy and
so
cute.
you did other fun things with it.
Yes, I did some over-dyed flosses and some sparkle. And then, like I said, all of the bunnies were done with whisper. I tied bows up here on top of the baskets rather than stitching it.
Right. And did it call for all the buttons or did you add those?
I added the buttons.
Okay.
I added all of some of them were charms that I bought that were Mill Hill charms, and it might have called for those. But then like this, I think these were stitched, and I changed them to little carrot ceramic buttons, and so yeah.
And one of the girls out that used to work out at the Counted Thread, Nancy Waller's shop, she helped you, right?
Yes.
Change it out, Linda?
Yeah, she did.
Okay, well, and this was my previous finish. This was the April Prairie Schooler. And Carlene did the finishing for me.
Do you remember what you stitched it on?
I have no idea.
It looks like a 28 count.
Yeah, I think it was a 28 count, and I believe it was just with anchor floss.
And there was one for every month.
Yes.
Did they have a specific name? It was the series. You see them a lot.
Yeah.
You see them often.
I can't remember if they have a name. They have the sampler, and then they have a smaller design.
We should have brought the example so that you could see it. But you see these often. Should I go get one?
Yeah.
I'll go get a leaflet. And in the meantime, what were we going to do?
Oh, you were going to, do you know where it's at? You were going to do your sheep spool next.
No, I'm going to have to grab.
Okay. So, anyway, so this was my April one. So, it was very fun. It was a lot of stitches, but it was really fun. And I believe all of the designs have some kind of a house for the sampler part. I believe they all have that, and they're just very cute. They're very, very pretty. And I love the way Carlene did the finishing. It just matches the colors in the piece. So it just turned out so pretty. And I just actually she put a ribbon on the back for the hanger. So I just hang it from the ribbon. So it works out really good.
Here's May, because you said you really liked May.
Oh yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, there's
it
this
just
one.
has the month.
Yeah, it doesn't have, I didn't think it had a name. So these are the charts. And see, this is a sampler, and then there's always a companion piece that's a smaller piece that just takes like parts from the sampler kind of. So I think they're so pretty.
They're very pretty. And then
June.
here,
June.
this is April, the one that
that's
Eileen
April.
just showed you. So this was the piece,
That was
and
that
then
sampler.
this was the smaller one. So you see these often. People work on these a lot still.
Yeah.
So that was very, very pretty.
It was
Turned
really
out
pretty.
really pretty, Marlene. So you stitched that a number of years ago, didn't you?
It was a long time ago. So I want to do all of them. That might have to be one of my projects for next year.
I think it was one that I just more recently finished.
I think so. I think it was just a recent finish.
All right.
So
Then we've been saying, well, I have been saying that I was going to do a sheep parade.
Yes,
Because
a sheep
last
spool
year,
parade.
one of the series that I did was Faithwurks Designs. And she had done a little sheep spool for every month. And I finally have all of them stitched and fully finished. So I'm going to just show them to you. And some of them are in like multiple pieces, so you'll have to just kind of bear with me. So like this one, the sheep, it says, in the meadow we can build a snowman. And so then there was a tall snowman that stands next, and then there's a little baby sheep that's on top of the spool, and he's putting the hat on top of the snowman. So it's really cute, but I don't glue them because they have to be separate pieces because they fall off and it's hard to store if they're all put together like that. So that's January.
okay, and then this was her February one. You can read what it says on there, correct?
It says Be Mine.
Oh, Be Mine, okay.
So that one had a lot of stitches on
That
it.
does have a lot of stitches. And then here was March.
And this was the little sheep. This was Shannon.
And it says Irish Kisses.
And Shamrock Wishes.
Oh,
Irish Kisses and Shamrock Wishes.
That's cute.
So that was the little glitzy Shannon. And then April was a purple spool. And I don't remember, I think I painted the spool purple, but it could have. And then the little sheep has a purple bow. And then there were little buttons hanging from the Easter tree.
That's so cute.
So yes, it was very cute. That was very fun. And it just says Happy Easter. And then in May, I stitched Blossom.
Oh, she's adorable.
Yes, really cute. She has
I like
a cute
that bright
little,
pink spool too.
yeah, really cute.
Very cute.
And then June was Honey for Sale. And then the bee scap is here, and the little bee was buzzing off the thing. And then we got a little amber colored jar of honey, like this, to set by it. And then and then Honey stands by the spool or on top, wherever I want to put her. So that was Honey.
Here's May.
Okay, back.
And then here's July. Oh, this is adorable.
Yes. Oh, say can you, EWEC. So my little patriotic Betsy, I guess.
How adorable.
And then August was Sweet Slice of Summer. So this was a little watermelon theme. And I did glue her to the top. Her little bow got kind of twisted around. So those spools were painted black.
Okay, then autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. That's for September.
Uh-huh.
Look at that pumpkin. That's a pretty.
Isn't that cute?
How cute.
And this was an over-dyed floss. Almost all of these were done on a 27 count banding. Most of them, several of them were on a natural and others were on just like a cream.
This one says Boo to You.
EWE
again. That's for
October.
Very cute.
And then this was my last one.
Blessed, grateful, blessed, and thankful.
Uh-huh. And then we attached the cornucopia button.
Oh, how pretty.
And the little sheep is on the top. So this one I just finished this morning, and I fully finished it. And then December was Holly. So this is Happy Holly Days. Happy Holly Days.
Oh,
so they were really quick and easy. We glued a little holly leaf to her just to glitz her up a little bit. So it's really cute. They're
That's
very
really
cute.
cute. That's very cute.
They were really fun to stitch, and they were really quick. And you know, and she included everything. So
Yeah.
the floss was there, all the directions for finishing. It was just very fun.
Yes.
If those are something that you are interested in, I don't know if she has kits left, but certainly reach out to her either on her Facebook page, which is Faithwurks Designs Facebook page, right? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Or in the email contact that we will include in our description box.
Yes, those are very cute. Very, very cute. Okay, now we're going to show our fully finished things and our finishes that we've had.
Okay.
So this is one carding. Just got this one finished for me today. This was my Go Tell It on the Mountain. And it was from Heartstrings Samplery, right? Mm-hmm. And we did it on Prairie Land. That 40 count
by
Prairie
Atomic
Land,
Ranch.
By Atomic Ranch.
And this was Jingle Ball exclusive design.
Oh, yes.
So it's not been released yet. Right. It probably will be released later on this year. I don't really know what the time frame is. And
Carding just finished it in a little tobacco basket. She stained it. It's a little bit darker than what it was. And then she just mounted that on some other fabric, on another piece of fabric.
And we used mostly the called for threads, but Marlene, you changed the red to a brighter red, didn't you? I think so. I think we both did because we didn't like the red.
Right, I think I did.
And I believe we changed this because the white didn't show up and we had to switch it around a little bit. So we did a little bit of switching, but mostly.
It's very pretty.
And then I had showed this, the little sheep egg last time because I had fully finished it. And it was a trio. This was also a Faithwurks design.
That was our make it and take it
for March. And so I got the bunny finished, fully finished. They're just backed with felt. And the tulips. So that's all three of them.
The tulips are different colors.
Yeah.
I haven't finished that one yet. I'm almost done with it.
So they turned out really cute. These were really fast and very fun, and they were really fast, hanging in different places.
Yeah.
Did you have any other fully finishes?
No, that's all I had. I just had the one.
Yes, because I have not been back to the craft room very much.
We'll just let it ring.
It'll stop. In a minute. And then this was also a make and take for February. This was a Faithwurks design called Conversation Hearts. And so we stitched the top piece. This was an actual little candy conversation heart that we coated with a sealant. And then just a little twisted cord around the edge. We glued lace at the top of the box. And then scrapbooking paper went in the inside of the box. So it's really cute.
I have to get mine done.
It'd be a really cute little gift.
Yeah.
Like, you could fill it with candies and give it to somebody. It's really cute.
That would be really cute.
So that was that.
Very cute. So, and then
all right.
You have one more?
Nope, that was it for fully finishes.
Oh, yeah, fully finishes. Right. Okay.
Because my other one was my November sheep spool, and I already showed it.
Okay. And then we're going to show our finishes that we've had since the last time. So one of mine is Spring Awakens by Brenda Gervais.
And you stitched that on?
I can't remember.
Vintage Country Mocha?
Yes, Vintage Country Mocha, the non-modeled side, with all the called for threads.
Let me hold that up a little closer. This is by Brenda Gervais with the needle and thread. Yes. Look, I pressed and I still see crease marks.
Yes. But it's
very
better than it was.
Cute.
I know. I love it. It was so fun to stitch.
They are darling. And what did you say about finishing them?
In one of the pieces that we saw at Hobby Lobby, that stands up.
Yes, that stands up. I finished. This is also Faithwurks Designs. Hoppy Hedgie. He's going to be finished as a little flat fold. He'll actually go on an easel. I have some fabric that was included in the little kit. This was my new kit start for the Facebook group. that we do with our friend Trisha. And so I got him stitched this week, and now I just have to finish him, fully finish him.
And then my other one that I finished, because I finally got my thread that I needed to do the last like 5 or 6 stitches, was Valentine Day Quaker by Primrose Cottage. And I used the called for fabric, the 32 count blush, but I changed the floss to crepe myrtle. It's Weeks Dye Works crepe myrtle. And I used 2 threads over 2 fabric threads. So that
pretty.
one is done. I know.
That one turned out really pretty. We need to go back to the craft room, and you need to choose what kind of finishing fabric you want on the back.
Okay.
And then I finished my Christmas house.
No, so pretty.
So this was one of my houses, my 24 in 2024. This was number 6. So the cut work is completed. The bars are all wrapped. I got the tree stitched on the linen. I pinned this kind of roughly, so it has to still be stretched and adjusted a little bit.
Right.
But for the most part, at least you get the idea of how it's going to look through the window panes.
So pretty.
This was using the called for fabric, 25 count for the top. And then the bottom was actually on 36 count linen. And I used the called for flosses except for the green here. I changed that to an overdyed, a Weeks Dye Works.
Blue spruce, wasn't it?
Yes, Weeks Dye Works Blue Spruce.
Oh, that turned out so pretty.
That is my Christmas house.
Aren't you just glad to have it done?
I am very happy to have it done.
Okay, so that was our fully finishes. That's all you had, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that was our fully finishes and our finishes. So now we're going to show our stitching March Madness. Sorry, I have to go off camera. Pick up my stuff. Do you have yours? Okay. Okay, so do you want to go first?
Oh, I can. Okay, I'm actually
I
going to
didn't get my
start.
threads out for this
I'm
one.
going to
because-
start with my the ones that got out first.
Okay, so I'll do that.
So I had drawn thread was one of my final 4. A Moonlight Garden. I'm stitching this on 32 count Stony Point linen using the called for silks.
It came as a kit.
Yes. So this is what I have done.
Ooh, wow.
I
You
know.
have a good part of the border done.
At some point, I'm going to get to start on the inside. I think I have almost all of the stitching done around the outside now, on the top half.
Right.
So then I'm going to go in and do the inside. So this one is going to be one of my gardens that I stitch. And so it'll be coming out now sometime this summer, and I'll work on it.
Okay, so one of mine, that was a final 4, but it got out. This was actually my Cinderella project. That was the number 11 that moved on all the way to the final 4. This was Happy Hedgie, the Faithwurks design. Carlene just showed her finished one. I'm very close to a finish on mine. I have to do the back stitching on little Hedgie and do the, finish the basket and the little chick.
He's stitched on 28 count ice blue Lugana, and it's anchor floss.
So, and except for this, that was, I think, Celebration.
Yes,
the border.
Celebration, Weeks Dye Works.
Weeks Dye Works. So,
And then there are some little buttons and things that go on. Okay, and then my other one, this was my Cinderella, was
number 11.
Belle Paris by Joan Elliott. She's so pretty.
She is really pretty.
And I got to start putting her head on.
Oh, good. Oh, wow. Yeah, look.
So I got some of her head.
It's really pretty.
And these are the flosses. So they're really pretty colors.
They are. We used DMC for that one.
And this is a 28 count opalescent. And it's even weave. And then, yes, DMC floss.
Okay, then another one was Louisa Coolymore. And I'm stitching this on 40 count cream and sugar.
And now she was in your championship, right?
No.
Oh,
no,
she wasn't.
She
Okay.
was one that only made it to the final four.
Okay.
And then this one, and I'm using Treenway Silk number 42, 1 strand over 2 fabric threads. And I finished page 2. So now up here, this is page 3, and it just goes to O.
So that's going to be short.
It's short, yeah. So I'm hoping to get that done. And then I finally get to start on the motifs. So I'm very excited.
That's going to be fun.
Yes. So
I'm excited to start that.
That's how much I got done on that.
And that's a hands across the sea.
Yes, hands across the sea.
Okay, then in my championship matchup, I had This Is the Day by Plum Street. It's like, where's my piece? I'm stitching this on Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim. And so I finished up the flowers. The leaves are outlined. They have to be filled in.
Oh,
And I got some smoke and the chimney put on. Well, that's where the chimney is going to go on the roof of my house. So I'm ready
that's
to
so
start
pretty.
working.
I love that basket of flowers.
I do
that's
too.
So pretty.
I'm ready to start working on the house now.
Ooh, how fun.
Yes.
That is very
So
pretty.
it's very pretty. And these are my colors. I'm using the called for.
I didn't get my colors out.
The called for colors.
None of mine
all
are
of
on
the
a ring.
called for colors. So
Okay, those are very pretty
Yes.
colors too. And are you using Anchor or
Anchor floss. I
Anchor
believe.
floss?
Yes, Anchor floss.
Okay. Okay, and then this is one of mine that was in the championship game or the championship round. This is Strawberry Fields from Victoria Sampler. This one is another one that came as a kit. And what color of fabric did it say it was on?
Just a minute, I'll tell you.
Because I used the called for fabric.
Summer folded. No, that's a silk color.
That's a silk color.
Olive green cashel.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a lot done because remember,
Yes.
all you had was just the branch.
Just the brown tree trunk and the branch.
And you got almost all of the grass
yeah.
done.
And the little strawberry patch. And then I put the birdhouse in with the little birds over one.
Closer.
And I got all the little leaves put in on the tree.
This is such a gorgeous pattern.
I know, but see
Let
why
me
I'm
show
saying I don't think it can be one of my houses.
No, it's very detailed.
It is. It's so fun. It's really, really
It's
fun.
beautiful.
So that was one of mine that was in the championship round.
And then my winner, so my championship whip was Drawn Thread Wildflower Garden. And so I did over 600 stitches on this. I'm stitching it on 32 count cream Belfast linen. Oh, look at these threads. And over 600 stitches, and I'm still not done with the top part. I have to add some more backstitch stems and flowers, and then there's a few little beads that go in here.
It's so pretty though.
And I'm stitching it with the called for silks. It was kitted, so the fabric and the silk floss came with the kit.
Very pretty.
So that was my champion. My plan now is to keep working on that since I have the big part done, and then just every week try to get one band done. Now this center band might need a little bit more than 1 week. I might need to do a couple, but I think in a week's time I can get the other bands done. We'll see. That's my plan.
Yeah. I have the ones that I'm doing like that, and they're taking me a long time. Okay, so my champion whip is the Long Dog Sampler Quilted Bees.
So pretty.
And this one I changed the colors. I'm using my own colors. And I'm stitching it on light sand, or sand. 32 count?
32
count sand. So this is what I've been...
And you just were working on filling in green.
I just finished, I'm just working on filling in the green. So I only have a little bit left, and then I'm going to put in the next bug, whatever it is, dragonfly or whatever. So
it will be this one on the top right here, right? This is the one she'll be putting in next. Once she finishes filling in that green in this patch, she'll do this one.
So
very pretty. I love the bright colors.
I know, I do too.
We're going to use this as one of our gardens.
Yes.
So it's going to be stitched on coming up.
Yes.
This summer.
Yes.
All right.
So then we were going to show our brackets.
And you know what? And I did have somebody asked about, I think it was Becky, she shared that she filled out a basketball bracket. And so we didn't mention, Marlene and I filled out an actual basketball bracket also. And so if they're highlighted, I picked correctly. If they're written in green, I didn't pick the right team to win. I did pick the right winner because I picked Yukon, and so it was my champion.
Yes, this is mine. Mine are, if they're highlighted, they moved on. If they have an X on them, they were out. So that's how I did mine. And some of them I didn't highlight towards the end because it was easier to keep track of.
So you had Yukon in the championship game?
I had Yukon in the championship game, but I didn't have them as my winner. I had Houston as my winner. So.
And then this is how our stitchy bracket ended up looking. So you can see how we listed our projects to begin with, and then they moved on. And as we stitched them, I highlighted them. Marlene had a different little method. And then, so I stitched on a total of 32 projects, over 6,300 stitches. And I finished it this week on the 10th.
Yes, and this is mine. I highlighted them if they moved on. And then to keep track of which ones I'd stitched in, I put a little X. And each round was kind of a different colored X, so it was easy for me to keep track of where I was. So this was mine.
So that concludes our March Madness
for 2024.
2024. And now those projects that got booted out and didn't get any stitches, I'll just show you my planner.
Oh yeah, I put mine in there too. But
I
don't have them in pencil for right now.
I've already listed the project that I'm going to work on each day in May. Some of them will be finished before we get to May, so then I'll have to substitute with something else.
Yes. Mine
For example, Christmas House was May 1st, and it's done. So I have an empty spot.
I just have mine listed here, but they're just in pencil for right now, because I didn't want to put them in pen until I made sure. So they're mine. Mine are all listed out too. Yes, I kind of did one from each bracket and went in that order. And then I wanted to show, were you going to show your...
yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, our planner for last week. Okay, so this was my planner for the first week of April. So you can see I was...
busy.
Yes, I was still catching up a lot on my March Madness stitching.
Yes, me too. I have March Madness listed a lot.
Yeah. Did you do like a heading? I did like March Madness stitching.
Yes, I did too.
That's what I did.
So that was my planner for last week. So
So fun. I love having my planner.
I do too. I feel like it really keeps me on track.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Very good.
Okay, so that's that. Okay, now we're going to show our stitching progress. So, Colleen, why don't you go first? Because I had to separate my flosses.
Okay.
So why don't you go first? That way it'll give me a chance to find my floss.
All right. So first of all, we're continuing to work on our 1 thread a day. Those of you who have been with us, you've seen this many times. I'm stitching on It Is Well With My Soul by My Big Toe. I'm stitching it on 40 count antique white, and I'm using Weeks Dye Works floss. I did change the flowers to a purple. The chart called for blue, which is really pretty too. But this was our mother's favorite hymn, and her favorite color is purple. So I'm stitching. I chose to stitch the flowers in purple. So I'm on the 3rd verse. After I finish this verse, then I'll do the chorus, and that's the center of the project.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm getting close.
Yeah.
I started on page 3 and 4 this week.
That's good.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm working on Quaker Rocky Road for my 1 thread a day. This is a dinky dye
You're
design.
stitching with, no, it's Tempting Tangles.
Tempting Tangles.
And she's
and I'm
stitching
stitching
with
with dinky dyes.
Dinky Dye Silks.
Yes, dinky dye silks. So this is what I have done. These are my flosses.
Aren't they pretty?
Those are my flosses. So
all the pinks and the blues and the chocolate browns. So
I'm
pretty.
excited to get done with this.
Ooh, and I
color
love the
that
way
I'm
they
doing now.
feel.
I'm excited to get done
Very
with that
pretty,
brown.
Marlene. And she's stitching on a 28 count fabric.
25 count, I think it is.
Okay, 25.
25 count.
And she's doing it over 1. So one,
It's an even
1
weave.
over 1.
Yeah. It's an even weave.
Very pretty. You're making good progress on yours too.
Yes. I'm excited to get to this pink and stuff.
Then we each picked a leap year start.
Where did my, oh, there you go.
And I am
You're
doing
doing your leaf here.
Jenny Bean for the parlor. And I'm going to be doing this. This is an 8-part design. So the alphabet is part 1. The stitched piece is going to be 170 stitches wide by 810 stitches long. I'm using the called for sampler threads. So these are my flosses for this part. There will be other flosses for other parts, but this is what I'm using for this part. And I have the top band done, which is what I wanted to have done for March. So I got that much done. And I'm stitching this on 40 count 40 count
Fox
Ren.
and Rabbit.
Ren by Picture This Plus.
Ren. Okay. Which
40
one are you
count.
using up in the attic by?
Hometown.
Oh,
my
Hometown. Okay.
and
I got those two mixed up.
And now for April, I want to do these 2 vases or urns with the vines in it, so that I have the 2 outside borders.
Oh,
That's what I'm going to work on now for the month of April.
Oh, wow. Oh, how pretty. That will be fun.
I think so. I can't wait to
Those
start
flowers look like fun. Very fun. Okay, I'm doing for my leap year
that. Oh, I'm excited to
start.
see.
I'm doing Houses of Hawk Run Hollow.
This is a carriage house
And I'm
sampling.
using Anchor Floss. So these are my floss colors. They're kind of tangled looking because they were, of course, on. I'm just going to open it up just like this.
Yeah.
To show. And this is what I have done.
And you are stitching this on?
I'm stitching it on 40 count.
Embellish?
Yes, 40 count embellish.
Oh, wow. So you've already started down here. Let me
Yeah.
show this again.
With
So she's got the
grass is
grass
all
done.
done
So
to
she'll be filling in. She'll have half the
Yeah.
box done at the end of this month.
So I'm ready to start filling
She's
in the
ready to
house
start
now.
the house. This is beautiful.
It is really
I
pretty.
love this design.
It's really fun. It's really, really fun.
Okay, then I'm also doing the hometown stitch along. This is a Teresa Kogut design, and it is in her Patreon. So if you are in her Patreon group, I'm in the tier 4. We get this design each month, and I am working on.
Oh, wow. You have a lot done since I
I'm
saw it
working
last.
on part 3. Well, I have to fill in some of that red building right here, and then that will be all of part 2. Then part 3 continues this building, finishes this building, and starts another building over here. And there are some little sheep and stuff to put in. So I have that to do. Part 5 part 4 for April will come out next Monday.
On Monday, on the 15th.
So I have some work to do still. So this is, yes. So I'm working on this red building right here. And then this building and this section of the blue building was part 4. Part 3. I'm getting myself very mixed up. And this is the one that I'm stitching on up in the attic.
Oh,
by Fox and Rabbit.
40 count?
I have 40 count up in the attic, and I'm using the called for DMC. Teresa is letting us know because sometimes as she's stitching with us, and she stitches ahead. So like this red building, she changed the floss to a Weeks Dye Works, and she's using Indian Summer, and so I am gonna do that. For that building.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Oh, you can tell it's dusty.
Yes, I know my throat sounds very raspy. Okay, then for my Sunday sampler, I'm working on Nostalgia. So I'm working on part 5. This one we're also doing over 1, and I believe we're doing it on light sand also. And so this is these are my colors. They're Anchor Floss.
Oh my gosh.
Anchor Floss, look at this.
Oh dear.
Sorry. That's a long tail.
It is Anchor Floss.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, and so this is the one I'm doing.
28 count.
28 count. So
1
I'm doing
over 1.
1 over 1, yes.
And you're working on this block.
Yes, so my poor little birds don't have heads. But I got a lot done. I got the leaves put in on the grapevine. I got all the little yellow stitches added in.
There are a lot of color
stitches.
changes
Yeah,
on this. You don't do more than 3 or 4 stitches, and then you have to change color.
Well, but like I did all the little leaves.
Well, yeah, if you put you can get something into anchor, but sometimes you still have to tie off because you can't drag it.
Yeah, there's a lot of tying off, but you're not like changing colors. And then like I did the birds, so I could do this side and then this side.
But you do 3 or 4 stitches on this bird, and then you tie off, and you have to come over here and do 3 or 4 more stitches. Yeah, so that's why it takes a while to make any progress.
But it's really fun. I think it's really fun, and I think it's very pretty.
It is very pretty. Every time I get it out, I love it. But I can't say that I look forward to stitching on it. But I love it, so I just keep plugging along. My Sunday sampler is Doña Dorothea. This is a Spanish sampler. I'm stitching it on, I believe it's summer khaki. 32 count beige.
Oh yeah,
32 count beige.
Oh,
and
you have a lot of the little motifs.
Yes,
done.
I got this branch done. I got this little chicken finished, and then started some grass here. So I will work on this again on Sunday. And I'm stitching this with the DMC floss called for flosses. So these are my floss.
Mine will be coming out, but I don't know when yet, but it's going to be my Sunday sampler too.
It's very fun.
Months. I know. I love working on it.
I'm glad I get to work on this one.
It's very fun. Okay, then we're both doing the same one for our new to me designer. We're doing the blue flower in praise of pollinators.
We're stitching on 40 count storm and these are our flosses.
Most of them are
Storm is a 40
GMC,
count,
right?
Storm is an atomic ranch. And then we're using DMC floss and 3 fancy flosses.
Yes.
These are a guacamole, caramel, and what was the red? Chili pepper.
Chili pepper.
So those are the over dyes.
So this is what I have done on mine.
Oh, wow, you started on the flower
Yeah, I got
there.
those 2 flowers put in, and now I'm working on the bee skep, the outline of the bee skep.
Isn't that pretty?
It's really pretty.
It's
so fun. I really love working on it.
I got the bee skep all outlined. And then the bee is finished in the inside, the big bee. I started on the bumblebee here. It needs some wings yet. And this little bird has tail feathers, but that was one of the colors you picked up for me last week at Hobby Lobby. So I have to go in and add a little bit more on that. I'm going to work on filling in everything inside the bee skep and then work on the outside.
Yeah, that's what I thought I would do too.
I'm loving this design. The colors.
Well, actually, no, I probably won't do that because I like to do a page.
Oh, that's right.
Image. So yeah, no, I probably won't do that.
The colors are beautiful. Look at how
they are really
rich
pretty.
and pretty those colors
They're really pretty. Really pretty.
So pretty.
And I think they're showing up really pretty on our fabric.
It's showing up really nice on the storm fabric.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So
I
very
love
fun.
working on it.
So this we stitch on our new to us designers on Monday
Mondays.
evenings. Well, Monday, all day Monday, or whatever time we can work in on Monday.
I don't get to
Mondays.
work all day Monday because I have a lot of students usually on Monday.
Okay, what are you showing
Okay,
next?
now I'm showing my little Easter egg trio. This is my, this one I'm almost done with. Easter trio, not Easter egg trio. I have 2 of them finished. I showed you this one last time. This is the one I did during the stitch in. And then this one I did this week on Tuesday and Wednesday or something. And then this one I worked on today. I'm going to finish it up when we're done with Flosstube.
Oh, that'll go fast. The tulips went really fast.
So anyway,
Oh, good. So you'll finish that here, and then I can get them fully finished for you because they're really quick, fully finishing.
So anyway, so I'm almost done with that.
Very cute.
Close to a finish.
Well, I have been working on Thursday nights. We work on our houses. We had a question about our houses. And because we've had a lot of new subscribers, so just to go back and review, Marlene and I, we watched Flosstube, and a lot of people were talking about doing 24 in 2024. They were doing 24 new starts or 24 finishes or, something like that. So Marlene and I had looked at our whips and we were making a list of projects and all that kind of stuff. And we saw that as we were making that list, we had a lot of projects that had houses in them that weren't finished. And so we decided that our goal for ourselves in 2024 was to get 24 houses finished. And so far this year, we've had 3 months, and if we do 2 houses each month, we'll have 24 done at the end of 12 months. We have each finished 6 houses. Yes. So 2 each month. We've stayed on track. So in April, my 2 houses are this one, Welcome Home Spring by Stitching with the Housewives. I had started this series. I'd started collecting the charts, but I'd not started any of them. In January, I finished, I started and finished the Welcome Home Winter house. And so now I'm doing the spring house, and this is my progress so far. It is beautiful.
It is really pretty.
But there are lots of details. So,
And so
this
now
is
do you
on.
still have to fill this in?
There's windows that go in there.
Windows,
Some white and then some blue. And the roof has to be filled in. I'm stitching this on 32 count charcoal Lugana using the called for classic colors. 2 strands over 2 flosses. 2 fabric threads. So again, this is the pattern. So I have a ways to go. It's very fun though.
It's very pretty.
It's just really beautiful.
Okay, and then I'll show you, showing you my house that I'm working on. Will be house number 7 for me. This is another one of the ABC samplers from Little House Needleworks, and it's the L and N part. And these are the colors. They're all
So this is her 5th one in the series.
Yeah.
She had 1 done before the start of the year. So she had 8 to do this year.
most of them are classic colors, but there's a couple of anchor colors on there. And then this is what I have done.
And we're stitching it on a 32 count French
mocha.
country French mocha.
Yeah. So this is what I have done.
That
so I'm
is
filling in
pretty.
the house. I'm filling in the house. Then I have to go down and fill in the snow. And then I just have to put the letters on top and then that viney
A little
thing
bit
up
of
there.
a viney pine branch.
I think that will go pretty fast.
Yeah, that looks like it would go fast.
And then I think
That
there's
is
little
really
snowflakes. There's little snowflakes
Oh
sprinkled
yeah, there
around.
are some snowflakes sprinkled in the sky. That's really pretty, Marlene.
It's
These
really
are being
fun.
finished as little pillows because we want to have a dough bowl and just fill it with
Yes.
our little sampler pillows.
Yes.
So that's really pretty, Marlene.
It's really fun. So I'm going to work on that one today too, probably.
My second house for this month is I'm going to show you that when we talk about what's coming up next. Then we're doing the quarterly stitch with that Fat Quarter shop offers. And this is Stitching with the Housewives. And their theme this year is Sayings of the Season. So this was for spring.
Put a little spring in your step.
Yes. Put a little spring in your step. I have a dangling thread on mine.
Oh.
So this is what I have done.
Oh, that's good.
We're stitching it on the called for fabric, which is 28 count black Monaco. And it uses classic colors. It all comes in the little kit.
Yes. And this is what I have done on mine.
So pretty.
So I'm ready to put the flowers in, and
They
I have
actually
one
went
more.
really fast.
One more leaf and stems to do, but
Oh yeah, because there's 3 down there
there's
across
3
the bottom.
Yeah,
down
there's 3
here.
little tulips down there.
So this one's really fun.
It is really
very pretty. The colors are really pretty.
And I'm not having trouble seeing the black.
Oh, that's
either.
good.
So, okay, then
Okay,
we're
and then
gonna
our
do,
garden. What's your garden this month?
my strawberry fields. I
Oh,
already
you
showed it.
showed it. Okay, my garden for this month is Honeybee Garden, also by Stitching with the Housewives. I have a lot of Stitching with the Housewives
Yes,
projects
you do
this month.
month.
So this is what I've done. Nothing but letters.
Wow.
I'm ready to start now. I have a little bit of white to put on the H, and then I'll get to start some other colors and flowers and things. I'm stitching this on 28 count.
Denim Effects or
No.
something?
No, it's Bee Stitch Me. And you know what? I didn't write it here. It's a Bee Stitch Me, 28 count fabric with the called for classic colors. So it's really fun. And I'm going to get the finishing piece. They listed on the back of the chart so that I can finish it similar to this. I think it's really cute.
I do too.
This was
I have that
a
one
market release of theirs last year, and we got it and we started it, but we didn't make a lot of progress.
So, okay, then
And since we had so many Stitching with the Housewives projects this week, especially me, for our giveaway this week, we're going to give away the Stitching Seasons Spring. This was their quarterly series that they did with Fat Quarter Shop last year. And the design size is 98 by 70. And it's stitched on a 28 count white pine board with classic color floss.
And that's from Fabric Flair, I think.
Yes, white pine board by Fabric Flair. But it would be pretty on any kind of cream fabric background. So this will be our giveaway. If you are wanting to be entered in the drawing, remember all you have to do is leave us a comment. So Stitching with the Housewives Spring Stitching Seasons. I'll show it up a little. Oh, now I'm getting a glare. These were really fun.
They
to
were really
stitch.
fun. They were really fun.
So we are going to share that with you.
Yes. Okay, now we're going to do haul.
Okay.
So, okay, so
Go ahead. I have to grab mine.
Okay, so I just ordered this because I want to do this in one of the months coming up as my new to me designer from October House Fiber Arts.
Oh,
This is
love
Strawberry Fair.
those. And then they came out with
Honey
Strawberry Fair, Honey Fair,
Pumpkin
Fair, and was it called Vineyard Fair? Yes, it was this year at Market.
Oh, I don't remember seeing that one. I'll have to look.
It was a cluster of grapes.
Oh,
It was really pretty. It was really pretty.
So yeah, I'm excited to start that one. I think that one looks so pretty. So,
Well, I got the fabric collection. It's for the Patriotic Mystery. It's using Old Glory by Lala Boutique from Moda Fabrics.
and
So
that's from
this is from Primrose Cottage. So it's a quilt designed by Lindsay, and starting next Thursday on the 19th, they will release one part of the quilt for 4 weeks. And at the end of 4 weeks, then our quilt, well, theoretically, your quilt could be finished. But the kit included fat quarters of fabric, backing fabric, and then a set of charms, a charm pack
Oh wow!
with different.
Did you have
coordinating.
and didn't you do one of their other mystery
I
stitch-alongs?
did their Halloween mystery.
Oh, okay.
Last
And did
year.
you have it all pieced, right?
It's all pieced and almost all quilted.
Oh wow! Good.
I just will have to
that's
do
good.
the. It's already layered, and I've started quilting it, and so yeah, it's coming along really good.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, you want to show this next?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Cardine ordered us the Spring Quaker
there's
from
mine.
Rose Cottage.
There's my sticker.
Oh yeah, I already put mine on.
Yes, I saw it, and it's
Remember,
like,
I
where's
said I was
mine?
going to stick it in there so that
Yeah.
it didn't get lost.
So
yeah,
springtime Quaker.
Yes. So, and we're thinking it calls for 28 count mushroom Lugana, but we're thinking we might change it since our Valentine's Day Quaker was on 32.
And I
We
liked
might
the
change it.
size
Yeah.
that came out.
So
So
we
I think
might
we're going to
switch it.
stitch it on a similar color fabric, but 32 count.
Yeah. Yeah. So nice. So that's that.
And then I got, I had one of my Beach Boardwalk series that was missing. So I got the last one, which is the snack shop. So Nancy ordered this for me. And so I have the complete series now, and I have to
that's good.
decide when I'm going to stitch and whether I'm going to stitch them individually like they show them, or if I want to put them all on one long piece of fabric. I haven't decided yet. So I think that's really cute.
Okay. And then we got some other things that Nancy ordered for us. We got the flowers.
I won't take mine out. I got that one
Flowers
also.
of Quaker from Rosewood Manor.
This one is a very large piece.
Yes, it's very large.
And Marlene and I want to get the floss. What floss?
Valdani.
Valdani threads. And so we want to get those. We haven't bought them yet because we don't know when we're going to stitch it. It is, I'll give you the dimensions.
Yes, it's very large.
288 by 157 stitches. So I really want to get Nostalgia finished before I start another one of these.
Yeah.
But it is beautiful. I just think it is stunning.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I think it looks like a lot of fun.
I do too. And I like, she always gives little smalls that you can finish. Like this is a pin pillow. You could do a front and a back.
Is it? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
And then, yeah, there isn't, I can't show anything else because but anyway, she always includes little smalls. And so I was very excited to have that chart.
And then we also got Mementos of the Heart from Heart and Hand. This was the book. It has several of the collector's hearts in it from previous
And
years.
then one new design.
Yeah.
If you show the back.
This was the new design?
The round one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's on the front,
too. Oh, yeah,
it's
on the front, too. That one's very pretty. They finished it like a drum or a box top.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So
I got that also. And then I got another blue flower design.
The Tudor hair.
The Tudor hair. I thought he was just beautiful. So we had that. And then Nancy also ordered me the new shepherd's bush design. This came out at Market also, which is the sampler bag. This has a house too. But I don't need any more houses. So I got that, the bag to stitch it on, and the little buttons that embellish.
Oh, how fun.
I know, and I really want to stitch this one. It might come out in May when I'm doing all my stitchy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because these go really fast. I've only stitched one.
Yeah, the queen bee one, right?
Yes, I did that one last summer.
Okay, so that's all of our haul, right?
Oh, and then we got a make and take it kit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to.
From Faithwurks. And so we got the 3 little tags and the designs to stitch these small little designs on them. So it has like a little quilt motif, ABC 1, 2, 3, and then another little motif design. So it's very pretty. That was our make and take for April.
Okay, then we're going to do what's coming up.
Yes.
So the first thing we're going to do, this is going to be a new start on next Monday on April 22nd. This is in honor of our mom.
This is JBW Design. When Cardinals Appear. This was a new market release. Marlene and I did the Bluebirds of Happiness design that she did last year. And so this is kind of a companion piece. We are going to be stitching it on Atomic Ranch Weathered Stone.
That's what
40
it
count.
For, right?
It gave a few options, but this was one of them. So you can see it's got kind of a pale green modeling. It's really pretty. And then it calls for Weeks Dye Works, Classic Colors, and a couple of DMC flosses. So Marlene and I are going to be doing this as a new start next week, like Marlene said, on April 22nd in honor of our mom.
It would have been her 94th birthday?
94th birthday.
She would have been 94. So
So it will be her
Okay.
third heavenly birthday.
yes, her third heavenly birthday. And then what else do you have coming up?
I'm going to be doing the Cozy Country House. This is a Faithwurks design that was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine. It was a series in 2022. So in each issue of the magazine, 2 houses came out. So this was
January.
It was the December, January.
Yeah, December,
And
January.
then
March, April.
April.
February, March.
Yeah. February, March,
April,
May, June, July, and then so on. June, July was here, August, September, October, November. I am working on the second to last set of houses. And I have more done than I thought. I have the porch railing and the steps pretty much all done. I'll be working on this square. So this is gonna become a morning stitch because this is my second house for this month, and I'm gonna need a lot of time to finish this and a lot of time to finish the stitching with the housewives. Welcome home spring.
Yes, and I'm going to be working on my English tutor.
That'll be your second house for this month.
Timeless Tutor. It's called Timeless Tutor. This will be my second house for April. I had some done, but I found a mistake and I had to take it out.
Oh, not fun.
No, it wasn't.
Not
So anyways,
fun
I'm kind of
at
back
all.
to the beginning, but hopefully it'll be okay. And then another one I want to work on. This is another one I've had in my stash for forever. This is Spring Frills. It's from Just Nan. It was part of the little Hootsie Club or something.
Humbugs.
Humbugs.
They're called humbugs. The finishing is a humbug.
Yes. So anyway.
And see, we have the pretty little delicate pin
yes, that goes with
that
it
goes in up here.
on the top. So this is what I have done so far. It's really fun. I really love working on it.
Oh, there is
Goes this way.
It's stitched on the called for fabric,
Yes.
which was a lavender something.
Yeah,
Oh, here, let me see if it says. Just a minute, let me
that's what I
look.
have done. It has the pansies.
It's so pretty. Those colors
Isn't
are
it
so
pretty?
vibrant. and
Yeah,
pretty.
it's really pretty. I'm stitching it with Anchor floss.
Lavender Whisper,
Yeah, and it's
28 count.
yes, and I'm using the Anchor. Call for Anchor
28
floss.
Yes, Anchor Floss. I see you had
So.
converted it.
Yes. So
Okay.
anyway, that's what I have coming up.
I am going to be working on my fairy tale sampler for homework for my Magical Stitches group. I have 3 tasks that this will be able to be used for. I have only this part done. And I have no idea what I'm stitching on, except I know it's 28 count. And so I'm going to be working on this one, so 600 stitches. And I know I needed something with a dragon, something with a sword.
Yes, a place you could hide a sword.
Oh,
wasn't
yes,
it?
because I was going to hide it in the castle. And then something that could be sleeping, and that was the dragon could be sleeping. And then there was something else. Anyway, there were 3 tasks that I could use it for. So I'm going to get quite a bit done on that.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, I'm excited. Did you have anything
No,
else?
I didn't have anything else.
I'm also going to be working on Spring Has Sprung for homework because the task was to stitch on something that I could connect to music. So a bird's song could be connected to music. And so I'm excited to get some more done on that because all I have is the big vine. The colors are beautiful.
They
I'm
are
using
really
the call
pretty.
for flosses.
I finished mine already.
Yes. And did you look to see about doing it as a pillow?
No, I didn't look at it.
We're stitching this on 28 count ice blue cashel.
Yes.
So I don't know, maybe it would be too big as a
Yeah,
pillow
it
with the
might be.
28 count.
I don't know.
And then I'm also hoping to get a start on rabbits. This is the word swap by Stitching with the Housewives. Another Stitching with the Housewives. I've really been in the mood to stitch their designs, I guess.
Their
They're
spring ones
so
are always
pretty
so cute
and so cute.
Yeah, and
so
they're so bright and
I got a message from Fat Quarter Shop that my next one has shipped, which is daisies. And so I'm looking forward to getting that one, but I would like to have this one at least started before the next one arrives.
Yes.
But I don't know if that's going to happen. It's probably in the mail today.
Yeah, well, you could stitch right now when we're
I
done.
could start it right now.
Okay, so I think that's all we have for today.
That's it, huh?
That's
Just
it.
that.
Yes, just that.
We hope that you all have a wonderful weekend coming up. We want to again say thank you to all of you, to all of our new subscribers, to all of our returning viewers who always come back and say such nice things. Please leave us a comment this week. We love hearing from you.
We do.
And we truly feel so blessed that we get to have this time that Marlene and I get together, and we always plan something fun and then just to get to visit with you all. So we do enjoy our times.
And we get to share all of our stitchy craziness.
Our crazy stitching schedules that we do. Don't forget that if you have not subscribed to our channel, we hope you will take a second and do that. And we do have a Facebook group that you can join. We're the Sun City Stitchers on Facebook if you would like to join that group. There are 3 questions for you to answer, and then we will, either Marlene or I approve you and add you to the group. We'd love to have you join us. And we have Instagram accounts, but that we really are not good about posting on that. So someday maybe we'll get better at that. But we hope that you have a wonderful weekend, that you get lots of time to stitch. And remember that a day without laughter is like a day without sunshine.
So wherever you are, bring your own sunshine and keep on stitching.
See you next time.